Tim Tszyu strutted into 2023 with a reputation. At home, he was a world champion in waiting, but in the US, where opinions carry power and power carries belts, it was a much different story.
He's going to face some really tough guys in this division.
That's exactly what we've seen.
He's still got things to learn.
When I beat Harrison.
No, you're not going to be here. That's why that's not going to happen.
Boy, did he prove them wrong. In two breathtaking fights, Tszyu dismantled both his opponents and his critics.
He's looking to stop Tony Harrison and drops him.
His knockout of Tony Harrison was the silencer.
He further legitimized himself as a contender.
His 72-second demolition of Carlos Ocampo, the viral boxing moment of the year that put the world on notice.
And it looks like Tszyu looking to close the show! What a statement made by Tim Tszyu!
Sunday, Tim's back on the Gold Coast, defending his brand new WBO Super Welterweight World Championship against an American who's no stranger to highlight reel knockouts.
Mendoza with the right uppercut!
Brian Mendoza, a never-say-die fighter who clawed his way back from the scrap heap in the most spectacular fashion. In 2021, he lost 2 or 3 fights, and in boxing, that's a career killer. But Mendoza took fights in empty stadiums on short notice and as a raging underdog, punched life back into his world title dreams. And when he knocked out the undefeated 6'6" Sebastian Fundora, better known as the Towering Inferno, it was David conquering Goliath.
Oh! He just rocked! Fundora's down! Timber!
Like Tszyu, a humble champion, a relentless worker with elite power. This is big-time boxing right here in Australia. Tszyu versus Mendoza, the soul taker and the giant killer for the WBO Super Welterweight Championship of the world. Sunday, live and exclusive on Main Event.
Oh, it is on, ladies and gentlemen, and how good to welcome back to the show the world champion, Tim Tszyu. Welcome, my friend, coming to us from some kind of art gallery. What's going on there?
You should see the rest of the house. It's full of decorations. And I only noticed this just then, actually.
You're so single-minded and focused. I love that. You're incredibly motivated, man. We've learnt that across the years. Yet you can still hang on to the smallest things to give you that extra bit of rev up, like the fact that you don't like Brian Mendoza's beard. What is it about the beard that you hate?
It's funny. There's always something about my opponents that just gets me frustrated. I guess it's his beard this time.
Now, Tim, unlike your other opponents, Mendoza isn't one for trash talking. So how do you see this, this fight going? Do you think he's going to go for that knockout blow or try and push you the 12 rounds? Because he really is a grinder.
Oh, look, whatever happens, happens. I'm going in for 12 rounds. It's the same mentality. This is the 1%ers now. It's not these local shows anymore. It's the 1%ers. So we're true professionals. And look, if the knockout comes, it comes.
Tim, you spent a lot of time training in Las Vegas, where rugby league will launch its season next year, the NRL. Wouldn't it be great if you could combine the two? Like if you could have a fight there that weekend?
Man, tell me about it. I'm down for that, eh?
Yeah. But seriously, would it be any chance?
Oh, man, hopefully. You got to talk to my promoters. I think there's going to be plenty of Aussies during that time, so I think if we get a Tszyu fight there, why not?
There you go, Peter V'landys. I'm sure you're watching and can hear that one from Tim.
Checkbook out.
Tim, I'm just keen to talk to you a bit about your family, which I know comes with the territory, and typically it is about your dad, Kostya, but I'm keen to know a little bit about your granddad, Boris. I saw a lovely clip of you two this week, you doing a bit of a tour of his home and talked about your Saturdays spent there, having saunas, they'd be making their home brew in the corner. What's his influence been like on you?
Yeah, he's just always been there for me. Since a young kid, even when I used to play soccer and go through all those different activities, Grandpa has been my number one. So it's good to have that type of relationship. And, you know, he's never missed a fight, never missed an amateur fight in my life. So, yeah, he's my number one, my day one. And I'm glad to have him by my side.
We know that you're focusing on the fight this Sunday, Tim, but one man who has been avoiding you is Charlo. Did you get to watch the fight up against Canelo Alvarez? And what did you think of that fight? Did he prove himself at all, or he was way out of his depth?
Yeah, there you go. You can see it in the clip there. He didn't prove himself nothing.
So I mean, what is now? I mean, obviously you're focused on Sunday, but will you put your hand up again to fight him, Tim? What's the go next?
Let's plan it all out, eh? If it was only that simple. The bloke just made 10 million US, so he's probably going to go on a 2-year vacation with honeymoon. So that's game over.
He'll grow a beard and go on holiday. That's what he'll do, Tim.
They say he's lazy, is that right? Do you consider him lazy? I saw one of the reporters said that the other day.
He's lazy?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't fight, that's first of all. He fights once every 2 years.
Timmy, you're bagging the wrong bloke. Let's get back to Brian Mendoza. You mentioned it earlier, but he is an interesting matchup for you, isn't he? Because he does have a 12-round engine, but there is a bit of power in the fist as well.
Yeah, you can't switch off for a second with the bloke, so you got to just stay sharp at all times. And good little knockout there when he knocked out Fundora. Yeah, he's got power in both hands and he comes with awkward punches, and yeah, you just got to avoid that.
You've had a really busy year. What's the camp been like in the lead up to this fight?
Well, I was in Vegas for most of this time. I just got back a week and a half ago, so it's just been locked in, zoned in with my trainer, with my chef, and just keeping it nice and simple.
Love the way you approach it. Really look forward to what you bring to the table at the weekend. All the best. Good luck, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for everything, guys.
Of course, you can catch all the action from Sunday's big fight. Just order on mainevent.com.au.